innovative content, global audience.
Yes. Today is Saturday. Happy weekend to you all from the decks of SRTV and Robo Television. I'm broadcasting to the two platforms at the same time tonight. Again, what do we do here? This is where we talk. We just talk. And I want to quote, is it Socrates? He said, some people are talking because they have something to say. Some people speak because they have something to say. That is the wise people. And the fool speak because they have to say something. So they're two different things. Those that have something to say and those who have to say something. In any case, we are all talking. In these days of citizen journalism, a lot are going to happen. People will be offended. If they offend you, deal with it. Because, the Jamaicans will say, if you can't take the smoke, don't go into the kitchen. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. There are certain things that come with certain offices. And I want to start with that beautiful thing tonight. That people, they want to become leaders, but they're not ready to pay the price. See, Jesus Christ died for us. He was a leader. Muhammad died for us. He suffered. He suffered. Muhammad suffered because he was a leader. They make sacrifices. There will be no religion without sacrifice. For those of you that go to church every day, in Jesus' name, but you don't want to sacrifice. That's the problem we have, especially in my country, Nigeria. But tonight, I am going to focus at the end of the day on this gubernatorial election. And I'm sure I'll not be having a lot of guests tonight. So give me a chance to actually look at these guys. And they're going to be bitter with me tonight. But I'm going to educate us a little bit on the current situation in Nigeria. So when you go out to vote, I want you to think about very little things. And I didn't write them down, but hopefully I will remember all of them. Do you know people that remember me very well? I always quote Jack Straw. When they want to go and kill Saddam Hussein, there's a language he used here. He said, for evil to exist, righteous men are busy doing nothing. The question is, who are the righteous men? Jack Straw. That man is, they are assholes. Anyway, history will judge them right. I'm actually doing a very important thing now, which perhaps may just hear. I'm on the side of Jack Straw on that phrase, though, because I'm doing an assignment, and it's actually on the aftermath of 9/11, where different countries have to now tighten their security measures. In the process, certain human rights were compromised. In America, they detain people in Guantanamo Bay. In the UK, they passed the Detention Act, which we know in this country we only have act, which allowed the government to detain somebody indefinitely if they consider you to be a rich society. We're going to talk about that another day. But tonight, let's look at Nigeria. Difficult situation calls for difficult measures. Things can never be the same as it is written. Sometimes people are allowed to change. Perhaps the only thing that is permanent in life is change. And yesterday I was actually defending the government of Nigeria for the step they took now, and I want to agree with them. You see, the mighty problem we have in Nigeria is not the law, it's not the people, it's not the government, it's the structure. One language I use, and people think I am joking, that is that Nigeria, currently, we still operating slavery. How will I explain that better? We still, what is going on in Nigeria tonight, or what you can see happening right now, is slave trade. And I'm going to take time, and so that you can understand the fabric of the true problem we have as a people. The problem in Nigeria is because the government is not taxing, or the tax is not effective. Some people are damn richer than the country. Let me put it this way. There are some few Nigerians that are richer than Nigeria. And when we say now, oh, they want to blame the big ones above. No, forget them. In Delta State, there are some people within your Delta State that are richer than Delta State. Okay, you are going too far. Come to my local government. There are some people in Ethiopia West that are richer than the local government, Ethiopia West. And you know what? None of them, they all go to bed paying no tax. The local government don't do anything about it. They are not raising any money. The question I ask, really, we're going to look at that carefully later. Will it be really too bad for a local government to tax those who are very rich so that they can take care of the poor so we all can go to bed at night? I reminded us one thing, that it was the rich people in Europe that introduced the welfare package. You know, when we are in London here, if you're not working, the government will give you some money to eat. They pay everybody in this month as long as you are legitimate. Why? Because they know that if you don't have food to eat, you are a threat to society. It's not because they want to. They understand that. There's a worry phrase which says that the poor cannot go to bed. They are not sleeping because they are hungry. But the rich are not sleeping either because they know they are poor. They know poor people are out there on the street. That's why you cannot go out now, because people are hungry. They are out there waiting for you. It's either a win-win or a lose-lose situation. Nigeria have to decide. When you people begin to cry for Messiah to come, I feel sorry for Peter Obi. There's too much on his shoulder. That before the election, he has enough to deal with. And even if he wins this election, the enormous task of dealing with these rich people is not what you see from outside. Let me explain this. And we're talking of rich people, and you're looking at the people like them, Dangote. No! The middle class are... I've never been in a country where you do things flawlessly. And I'm going to take my time to analyze this to Nigerians tonight. And I think you guys should listen to me. I'm talking from point of experience. I do not stay in UK. I live in the United Kingdom. What that means is I can see how things happen here. I don't see, I observe. Most of you see things, you don't observe it. You don't take it. I live in the UK. I'm a product of the United Kingdom. And I'm going to explain that to you guys tonight. Let's start from this. Slavery in Nigeria. I say it again and again, that there is an unacceptable gap between the rich and the poor in my country, Nigeria. In fact, that would have been easy to say it's unacceptable. It can only be defined as modern slavery. You know, a young lady made a movie that day and he said modern slavery. And in our interpretation, it's people bringing young people to come and work for them in Europe to come and enslave them. And I say, that is a better slavery. That the system in Nigeria enslaved some people while some are very rich. What was the difference between that and the then slave trade? Please explain it to me. It was the government of Europe and America that decided that this is immoral. Because some people were using some people as their personal properties. Exactly what you see in Nigeria today, but it may be in a fine-tuned language. Now, it's not the white people doing it, it's your brother doing it to you. Let me explain this, and I'm going to name your name. Sorry, guys. This is the only way I can make my point clear. If you go to Omba Agege now, go and look how many policemen around him. How many policemen in Omba Agege's area alone? Go to Sheriff. Go and count how many policemen that are surrounding Sheriff tonight. The question is, how much are they paid? How much is Sheriff taking home at the end of the month? Let Sheriff sit on your conscience and ask yourself this question. How much are you taking? I'm talking to you baggers tonight. How much are you taking home monthly? How much? You see, the money with you, if you push this way, people die on the other side of the river. Have you watched this film, Shaft? He said, this guy said, when I point my hand, people die on the other side of the river. Okowa points hand, people die on the other side of the river because Okowa got about 2-point-something billion naira security vote for nothing, money he can spend at will. Meanwhile, the policeman cannot go home with 50,000 naira. You give him a gun. You guys are lucky. I'm not talking of the highest level, government institutional slavery, modern slavery. And You know, the laughable issue there really is when they said the Nigerian government cannot pay the minimum wage of how much? I'm going to put the 30,000 naira. Hello, United Kingdom. Do you know how much my country cannot pay? 30,000 naira is amount to 30 pounds. Actually less. Okay, say 30 pounds. It's what if the federal government of Nigeria, the richest, one of the fifth oil producing country in the world, cannot pay her citizens. I'm talking of civil servants now. Does that make sense, my brothers and sisters? Maybe I'm from another world. I don't get it because I don't see the wisdom. Maybe if we all don't have money, I can understand that. But a country where people like the Mama Agege, stupid people like the sheriff, you are bad, you are idiots, honestly. Collect that billions of amount of money in your pocket and the rest people on the street slaving, and now they are clapping for you. Oh, I'm sherified. God go punish you that is sherified. And when one of them Agege don't come, what a set of fools. Now let me break it down a little bit. I'm going to break it down. I'm here tonight because I'm angry, very angry, and I'm pushing on my state. I would have used the federal government, but let me use the state because I put the picture of them there. Now, Sheriff, where are his kids? Where do they study? No, let's be sincere now. Let's not. This is fact. I'm not trying to be general. Where are your kids, Sheriff? Which school do they attend? I know one of your kids are here in the United Kingdom studying. Okay. Agege, where are your children? They are studying somewhere, right? Now, let me break this down for you guys. The school fees in the United Kingdom, because I'm still even studying law at the moment, is 11,000 pounds, some of them 14,000 for foreign student pounds. That's one. How much is that? About 14 million naira per student. Is that funny? 14 million naira. Sheriff, how many schools can that change in your village? Boy. You are able to use that money to take your child abroad. You are the speaker of the state. You are now coming back to be governor. But your kids are not good. The school is not good enough for your kids to go. Erufai is my man. Nigeria, this is not about the government of the country. What Agege is doing is not about the government of the country. What Sheriff is sending their children abroad is in the government. It's the individual greed, and there should be chaos. It's a recipe for disaster. You're going to get it. You know what is painful? The same people you guys enslave are those clapping for you. They even stone me now if they get me for saying this about you. I'm talking of those of you supporting Agege and Sheriff. They are the two people I can pick up tonight. You can see the amount of stupid pride in them. I saw them laughing, and somebody said they hug themselves as two Robo brothers. God punish you. You're not an Robo brother. Enslaving your fellow Robo men. How many of you have turned back and said these are Robo brothers? You that is fool calling them your Robo brother. What have they done for you? Can Agege change life? The answer is yes. Can Sheriff change lives? The answer is yes. What have they done for you? You are a big fool. I came now tonight to fight. You guys don't need to like me. I'm not here to be liked by anybody. And thank God, I pray none of my guys call me tonight so that I can finish my statement. You are enslaving the same people you call your brothers. Now they are coming out, clapping for you, dancing with you. But at the end of the day, really, you go from church to church, you give them small money, they pray for you, they endorse you. What a calamity. And you are the one that's supposed to save these people. We're talking of the government part of it. And most of you guys are now looking at me and say, let me make a deal with the government itself, not the only government. What about you? Even if you work your own money and use it to send your children abroad, whereas the country is in a bad state, you are in fact, you are a wizard, those of you. Because it's the resources of the country you just send out. One child education abroad can educate a village. Sheriff, give 14 million to schools in your village. The school you attended, Sheriff, go and give them 14 million every month. For one of your child, God will not forgive you. Give them 14 million every year, you will see the changes. It's not enough for you to send your child abroad. I know if you're coming to talk to me that I'm your friend, what kind of friend am I to you? I don't recognize any of you as friends. You are demonic. I wish I can call you people Robo brothers. How? The same thing Nigeria is doing, you are doing it to your own people. I've been crying here for years, over 4 years now. I've been on Robo television, looking for that man who can even say, I want to change Yoruba lives. It takes nothing. It's just the will. Agege had been in office for how many years? He didn't like Urobo. He don't know anything about Urobo. The only thing they care was during the UPU election, they went there to change the result. So they can maneuver the people so UPU can belong to them. And I'm supposed to clap for you? I don't belong to your class, man. The same thing with the blind sheriff. Sheriff is a blind man. Okowa don't use and finish. Is you imposing on? Fine, I don't care. He's an Okpe man. For those of you Okpe people, I love Okpe, but no sheriff. What have they done for the ordinary Okpe man? Let sheriff go to his village and tell me what he has. Show me what he has done for his people. I'm not saying you can change the world, but man, why don't you do the ones you can? Are you guys not a disgrace, your generation? How will they remember us? You know, I'm talking today. Many people are mad, they're angry. I know they will not want to see this broadcast. I am putting it on record tonight. I'm facing my state in Nigeria. You guys are demonic. You are not of this world. If not, I see it makes, and you know the funniest thing, this is what I love about God. You will not spend the money. You're going to die and leave the money. Somebody will even use the money to fuck you or your wife when you're dead. So I don't care. Sorry for using that word on Facebook. You see, if God had given us the stomach to eat and reserve for next year, the whole food in Nigeria would have been gone. God is so clever to make sure that the small one you can eat, you go and shit. So you don't have any control over it. And every day you are going away anyway, a few years now, you'll be dead. So God doesn't care. You can be as greedy as you can. You are not more clever than God. We are going to go very soon. Again, you'll be an old man very soon. Look how many people can you remember? Your parents are gone. Are your parents still here? If your father is here, he's old. After some time, you guys, your dick will no more be getting up. What are you people looking for? That you cannot turn back and say, hey, I want to give back to my community. What I'm talking about tonight, I'm just dealing with those of you calling these people your brothers. They are not your brothers. I don't recognize them as brothers. If you see the way, you see what, you know what's so funny? When I'm talking now, that one they call Baggy, he told me he has built a lot, he has contributed to Revolution. I thought this man is maybe he has dementia already. Because with all the money you have jets. Oga, show me what you're going to do with all that money. You are almost going. What are you going to do with that money? It will have cost you nothing to actually invest properly in the community by building lives, and those lives will come and will become. You see, many of you think when you build your bloody hotels, you've contributed to community. Thank you very much. I like it. It's not a bad thing to build hotels. But how many lives have you built? Jesus Christ said, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. Jesus Christ's disciples were not going to build houses. They were building human beings, making them better people. You guys end up taking the little money we will use to train our kids, to train yourself and your children. And tomorrow, in fact, a time will come. That security you're looking for is going to affect you. Now it's poor people killing themselves. It will come to a point they will look after you. They're looking for you. Anybody that is looking for peace in Nigeria is a madman. I hate peace. What I love is justice. Quote me. I hate peace. I love justice. Let me break it. Let me come down again. Let me come down. Come down. Tonight, my anger, my challenge, my pain is the unacceptable gap between the rich and the poor in Nigeria. It's the true problem of the Nigerian state. It's not the government. Because the system allows you to be rich like a fool. Why those who are poor die in poverty? It's not even the rich man that is causing it. It's not the government. It's the system. Are you people ready to address it? Will you allow anybody to address it? Peter Obi said something, and I'm going to be listening. None of the other guys understand what I'm talking about, but Peter was here. Perhaps he's saying that you will be paid per hour. And I'm saying, oh, hello, guy. How are you going to implement that? You'll be killed in a few days. Because this is the truth of it. A policeman that is staying with Agege is a slave. They don't go home. Some of them sleep there. You see them when they finish at night, they wash their uniform, they hang it, hang their boot. The next morning, Oga said, we don't come out. You see how they rush. If what I'm saying is a lie, take me to court. Are you people not ashamed? A man like you, running after you like as if it will not happen in the United Kingdom. An honorary constable will arrest the prime minister if the prime minister. In fact, what happened one time when David Cameron was our prime minister? They know as they were rushing into the vehicle, the daughter, they forgot that the daughter had not entered the convoy. So they left the daughter. The daughter was taken to the nearest police station. I'm talking of the prime minister's daughter. The constable demanded that the parents, because that is the law, that the parents will come. And he has to warn them or they will have to take the child from them. The prime minister and the wife came and the constable warned the two of them that if this happens again, the child will be taken away from them. This is the prime minister of a bloody country. Where is your civilization, people? Where is it? And now it's election time. All I'm going to see now is you people disgracing yourself, killing yourself in the name of Agege, Sheriff, Bagay, because they are the people I can see that have tasted blood. You know, sometimes you think you didn't kill people. You know, I'm a Catholic and I'm a Christian. You know what they taught us? You don't know to use gun to kill people before you actually kill the person. Jealousy is killing. Go and read the Bible very well. That's why they say when you look at a woman lustfully, you've committed adultery. No, you fornicated. Go and read it. Some of your action amounts to killing. By the time the food everybody will eat, only you have taken it to yourself, and you are now with your children abroad or somewhere, you can go on holiday. The rest, I listen to all of you. Down to the list, so I'm not saying it's only these people. Have you seen your local government councillor? The day he gets into councillor, the children will not go to private school. It's a stupid councillor. The school is no more good for my own and your children. Your own will not go to private school. And you said, I'm your friend, I'm your brother. Let us do what? What kind of brother are you to me? What kind of roboman are you to me? Those of you running for governor, what kind of roboman will you be to me? If the current robo situation does not mean anything to you, I'm coming to that later. Let's finish with Nigeria. These 6 men here, I ask a question. What have they done for the robo nation? That you are not clapping, oh, I'm going to make the governor, so let me be happy. Yes, it's a good thing to see a robo man about to be governor. But how many of them? I said, okay, I have 200,000 naira. None of these guys are hungry. In the house they have in their local government, they've not paid a tax one day. In fact, they are richer. Agege is richer than the local government where he comes from. If I lie, make a come on. Omar Agege is richer than his local government. Sheriff is richer than his local government. The money they stole, and you see, these guys are making a mess. They're making a mockery of us. These are people in office. Let's not even talk about what happened at the federal level. Agege started as the deputy Senate president for how many years? He could not address the challenges of the Urhobo nation. Now, he did not say anything about Urhobo because he wanted to be governor so that the rest of the nation will vote for him. He wouldn't want to cause trouble. He's going to preach Delta unity so the whole of Delta North will vote for him. The same, Sheriff. In fact, the people behind Sheriff, if you go and look at his cronies, they are from Delta North. I have nothing against those guys in Delta North. They are not my problem. Sheriff is the biggest fool. Look at me, Sheriff. When you see me, you're not older than me. If you be 63, I'll be 67. 4 years different. We are age mates. Guy, where are you people coming from? And you see, until Bob Marley said it all. Let me remind you guys. Until the philosophy which hold one, now I'm not going to do that one, which hold some people superior and other inferior. Until the philosophy that put all the money in the hands of some people and put other one, until this modern slavery is condemned, is abandoned, discredited, and abandoned, there will be war. I was looking with shame when I see poor people running around for money. That sin is something we will show to our children. And again, they will be clapping for you that you were a deputy Senate president in this time. Sheriff Buhari, you were a president when people are dying. I saw a man naked. He has no life. That man could kill anybody. And you know what's so painful? What's so painful is we're going to blame the young people. I'm coming to that on maybe tomorrow. That's what I want to do. Let's blame the young people for what is going on. And I said something to somebody in Nigeria, like, if I were in Nigeria, I probably would have been a Yahoo boy. And they say, how? And I said, why do you think you are a saint? I'm a Christian today because of where I'm born. Where was I born? In Ogareki. Opposite my grandfather's house where I grew up is a Roman Catholic church. As a child, I went in there. Today, I am a Catholic. I am not a Catholic by choice. You are a product of your society. We are born into a culture. We are not born with a culture. Young people in Nigeria now, they were not born with Yahoo in their head. They saw Yahoo and they have no choice. They have to make a decision to follow it. Our young girls today, they are prostituting, not because they want to, but because it's the option available to them. Not everybody has the strong mind to do the right thing. And what is right anyway? Now, our brothers in the north, 90% of them are Muslims. Why? Because that is the culture they are born into. If I were born in Saudi Arabia, I would have been a Muslim. Hello? What are you doing to yourself? Now, let's blame the young people. If you guys, whoever win this election, go and consult Edijana. I'm not campaigning for Edijana tonight. Because he said something that I want to believe in. And the only thing I cry every day in my life is it makes no sense that we have a youthful population, meaning young people who can work. And these kids are actually smart. They've displayed that from the music which they can manage to produce on their own. Nigeria, you are demonic. Young people that have excelled in music, they didn't go to school. No schooling for music in Nigeria. The movie that are succeeding today, there's no school for movies in Nigeria. The stupid places where your university graduate people, it's a failure. Music, fashion, and film, there's no school for it in Nigeria. It's the only three industries that have succeeded. Young people took their destiny into their hands. And I want to say something, Yahoo has succeeded. because young people took their destiny into their hands. It's not the right thing to do. What option do you have for them? What have you provided for them? By sending your children abroad and they are there looking, waiting for you, for your children to come back and load them, take their girlfriends, they do what is available. It's not the right thing to do, kids. But you know what? This stupid government should ask themselves questions. People like Agege should begin to ask themselves questions. People like Cherif should begin to ask themselves questions. Okowa is a dead man. He should go and become vice president. The way he betrayed us. You saw what happened to Judah Iscariot. You will receive your own. God will answer you. We don't have power now. Cherif, keep borrowing money with him. I know many people don't watch this show tonight. Because I came down here, I sneak in. Nobody knew I was going to do a show so I can say my mind. On the platform, on the national platform, I've been doing this on Robo Television. I want to do this tonight on SRO TV. So people, you really know who I am. When I come here and I smile and I receive guests, town hall, you think I'm easy. I'm stupid. I don't give a damn about you. What is going on in Nigeria is slave trade. There is no justification in a citizen, a civil servant, being paid 30,000 naira. Sometimes it's not even paid. The only money, oh God, this is painful. Listen, our poor old men who have served in Delta State, some of them have died waiting for pension. Okowa security vote in a month is 2-something billion. It's enough to pay these people. And I belong to that system and I cannot talk. Now quote me, I'm talking here. Our old people who have worked and served, many of them have died waiting for pension. Okowa security vote alone is enough to clear that money. These people are dead. Are you going to wake them from dead, Okowa? Maybe when you become president, they're going to wake from dead. You are Jesus Christ. You're a madman. In fact, you are stupid. Say that the Christ says so. I'm not a child. That's what I love about this. Obasanjo just say, I'm talking because I have authority. I have age. I have authority. And I've been there. My people, is this an election that is coming up? If it is, then the question I ask you, how many of these guys have talked about what I've been talking about tonight? Peter there, but that is not the focus of Peter's campaign. He's the only one near to what I'm saying, but it's not his focus. He has to be careful. I am saying that if at all we want to do anything, we want to talk in Nigeria, we should be talking about the gap between the rich and the poor. Let me repeat that. If there's anything that needs to be addressed in Nigeria, is the unacceptable gap between the rich and the poor. It is done by law. In United Kingdom, if I want to go to prison quick, it's when I employ somebody and pay the person beyond the minimum wage. And in this country, the minimum wage is 908 pounds per hour. About 10,000 naira per hour, minimum wage. If you dare pay anybody below that per hour, you go to prison. And then you are celebrating in Nigeria. Meanwhile, let me explain this. Our MPs here don't earn half. They cannot even, they should divide them Agege money by 50. They will not get Agege security vote divided by 50. That is our leaders here. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, we cannot pay the 10,000 naira. Okay. And you said we don't have slavery there. You cannot pay people that 10,000 naira. And you are saying this, the bloody senator, security vote. You see how many policemen following them? Kai, you irritate me, man. You guys are disgusting. You are pew. I don't know the best way to describe you. I feel sorry for those clapping for you, man. I am not one of them, you know that. But I will never clap for fools like you. You goats. In fact, there's a movie I watched. You heard the word stupid, but it was the most stupid people. And the lady told him, calling you stupid would be an insult to stupid people. Calling these people wicked is an insult to wicked people. Calling them demonic is an insult to demonic people. Calling Okowa a betrayer is an insult to betrayers. Judas Iscariot was better than Okowa now. Kai, why can you call him a betrayer? Is there anywhere near Judas Iscariot? Brothers and sisters, I have only one message for you. Before you say, I want this person to be my governor, I said it yesterday and they didn't allow me to speak. Go and look at their record. Do you know Omar Gege is still fighting? The last one, he still took the money. You know, I don't mention these guys here. I know you guys who like me. Blacklist my station. Blacklist it. I don't give a damn. Thank God I don't live there. And I don't depend on you. But you will receive more heat when you guys steal this vote and get into office. Because I decrease we speak from the point of freedom. I live in a free world. God didn't put me here for nothing. And I said to those of you in Europe who have seen, and you cannot say the truth, woe unto all of you. Woe unto those of you in the diaspora who cannot say the truth in this difficult time in the lives of our people. You are living in America. How much are you paid? How much is your brother paid in Nigeria? What kind of justification do you have for that? Boy, you come to UK. The first house you built was from cleaning work. A cleaner built a house in Africa. Yet your people, you enslave your policemen. Let me start from there. They never feel shoot tonight. They pay me. They should be shooting you guys, killing you like fools. And so the man goes into the bush to go and die for you. Only to come back, no food. And you have the excuse to speak where I'm talking. Do you have a conscience? Are you a human being? Where are you coming from? That's my question. Now, I'm gonna try and look at the angle of the young people, because I can tell you that what I talked about tonight is not on anybody's agenda. It's not an area you go to. Why would you talk about the rich people? After all, they made their own money. I'm going to explain that a little bit further. I always say to them, I believe in a big government, where the government tell you what to do. You know why? I probably can afford to buy a good car, but I need the road to drive that car. I wish I can construct all the roads where my car will drive. Then I will be quiet. It's the duty of the government to build the roads where you're driving that your bloody car. You see, if Nigeria is safe, you don't need to build this house. You see all those foolish people that build those houses, and their houses is, you see the fence, it's higher than the compound. You don't see anybody there. It's like a prison. Because of money, you've come to imprison yourself because you have neglected some people in society. What is the way forward? I can afford electricity. That's why it costs you more, foolish man, to buy generator and begin to fuel it daily than for the government to be successful and give you electricity. In the United Kingdom, we never have electric failure. Why? Because the government is successful. They give us electricity. We only pay the small bill for it. I don't need to go and look for money to buy a generator to have electricity. Basic things in life. It's the greed of you that costs that to everybody. If the government have money, they will buy electricity. They will do these things for us. And you're going to tell me the government is still in it. Who is the government? Is it not you? Is it not Agege? Is it not Sheriff? It's not a coward that you are clapping for. You are a fool for clapping for them. These are people that have raped your destiny. You are clapping for them tonight. They are your governor. You clapping. Let's clap for them. Hey, Agege is coming. You dance. They tie big rapper. Boy. Look at me. Daddy Chris said it. You annoy me. When you watch this kind of show, they run away quickly. This is not one of those ones. You will never see their political decision on my platform. No, I put all of them down there tonight. And I said, look at their record, please. Not some of them. It's okay to say, I didn't really want to talk about the politicians tonight. I was talking about everybody. But that of the politician is not annoying. Because the issue of we not paying our taxes and contributing to our society, even you that make your own money, you think you made your own money. The money is from where? It's Nigerian money. It's not your own. Like you used to send your child abroad. Have you paid tax on it? If they follow you, you go to jail. You send your child abroad with 14 million naira, and the rest people, children, are going to the poorest school. You cannot even ask questions. You don't want to die now. Everybody's on his own. I not concern you. No go there. You go die too. It's you that will kill first before they will kill the politician. So those of you that are clapping for the politician, angry with me tonight, the armed robbers will kill you first before they will get to the politicians. Clap for them. I'm not sorry for you at all. I'm not sorry for the ordinary Nigerians tonight. It is your fault that these things are happening. For evil that is happening in our land is because many of you keep quiet. I wish I have 20 people like me who are angry. You should be more angry than me. I'm in the United Kingdom. I don't have anything to lose. I will eat, sleep with my wife, and rest. It's about you. You can't go, you have no life. And let us, you see, what I don't understand is, okay, you know what is so funny? Let me put this in little perspective. Thanks to this Labour leader, this Labour guy, he used one word, and I want you guys to remember this. In those days, you know the people that are rich in Africa, in every society, the rich people are the entrepreneurs. Quote me, the rich people in a society are the entrepreneurs. Today, the rich people are politicians. Go to your village and count the houses you see. If it's not politicians or political appointment, change my name. Why would you fight those who are fighting for politics this way? Kai, you guys are disgraceful. In fact, there's no word. I can't see any word to describe or to qualify you people. The evil we are creating now, I'm beginning to feel sorry for our children and our children's children, because this is what they will see and they will take it up. It's not their fault. Let me explain this to you. Now try and understand me. Try and understand me. Do you know the politician in your house? You know how many bedrooms have they built? Wait, now I'm talking. Go and look at them. Even the stupid appointees. Go and look at the mansion. The ones I'm from Uganda, I can see their appointees, their houses. They can't even live there. The house is too big. Some can't even climb up anymore. I'm happy their dicks are all gone. So they are not even having money. So the wife, they're trying to save the money for somebody else is matching it. It's very good. Because you can't cheat nature. But what I'm saying now is this whole money that used to build that house and spend building gates and used to buy fuel on a daily basis to run generator, my brother, it would be cheaper if we had contributed it to the local government so that we have pipe-borne water. We don't need to do hole. Electricity run everywhere. We have enough electricity. Hey! How good and how pleasant it will be if you wake up in Nigeria, there's constant electricity. Then we have good roads to drive our cars. Local government could do that. You cannot. That's why you are doing your own. You are hiding. You cannot even secure yourself. You see the policeman that is securing you. The policeman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that you refuse to pay homage to. You know, I am doing a story at the moment. You know what I titled it? The Diary of a Nigerian Virgin. And I said, all the fight that is going on in Nigeria, a girl is suffering. Who is that girl? That girl is Nigeria. All these things that we are going through, All the stealing, the robbery, the fight, the anger, the whole thing is affecting one person, and that child is Nigeria. Nigeria is weeping. See Nigeria as a human being. Look at what you're doing to him. What you're doing to her. You claim your Islamic religion, you're affecting Nigeria. You claim your Christianity, you're affecting Nigeria. And sometime I'm going to look at you guys tomorrow. It's Sunday. So we're going to look at religion tomorrow. I say when I see you guys raising your ugly head and I'm a pastor, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, we must vote for Peter Obi. Peter did not ask you to vote for him. Go to hell. Peter don't need your vote as a Christian. Peter needs your vote as a normal human being. You are abnormal. If you come and say, I'm going to vote for him because he's a Christian, he's not that kind of person. I have to speak for him tonight. Because it makes no sense. The hunger affects a Christian and a Muslim the same way. Muslim and Christian children can't go to school. Go and see the market women in the market. My best friend in the north, Wali, is from Sokoto State. He's a Muslim. Does this separate us? I know Wali is a Muslim because of where he's born. I'm a Christian because of where I'm born. I'm going to hate him for that? You are a fool. I've not been to church in a year. And I won't be going for the next 1 year. Why? Because of your attitude. You know, the first time I got angry about Christianity, I'm going to say this tonight. I'm going to come to that tomorrow, proof clearly. And I want all of you listening to me. Listen to me and deal with it. I read the portion of the Bible and said, where were the Gentiles? And I said, hello. That the Israelites are the true children of God. And I said, these guys are fools. So I'm not a true choosing child of God. It's the Israelite that is the true children of God. And you want me to practice that religion? I said, you are a madman. God created all man equal. That you win a war, or that you are richer than me, doesn't mean you are better than me. In the sight of God, we are equal. How can you be better to God than me? You are a madman. You know what pains me? Me as an Roboman, as an African, and I look at it and I said, the story of them, Abraham down to this. I wish somebody wrote down the story of my forefathers. You will see how God worked with them. You are a fool. We're not going into that today. Tomorrow, we'll talk about religion. I dare. Let me say this. I dare tomorrow. Let's talk about us first. Are we not idiots to live in a society where young people, I'm going to end up with the kids now, who have all the energy to work, are now converting that energy to struggle for themselves because that is the culture we, the elders, taught them. Agege struggle for himself. It's not working for the society. Look at the house Agege have. Look at all the contracts Agege brought all the way from Abuja. He's the one doing it himself. Hey, Mona, correct me. Agege, who is your contractor? No, tell us how much, because we want to know this. Sheriff, that one never get contract. Now raw cash. Now we took over the sign. They will carry give him. The man don't even know where to keep the money. Then the federal government of Nigeria said, let us change our money. Now they blame him. Are you people insane? Buhari he has done nothing well in my life, but I remember I will thank him for this. If the money you keep somewhere, if it is a good money, bring it out, put it in the bank. In United Kingdom, if you have more than some, if you withdraw 20,000 pounds at once, police will follow you. What are you going to do with the cash? What are you doing with all that money at home? But you have some stupid people in Nigeria, all the bulk of money the government is not aware, they are stuck somewhere, and you said you are living in a society, it's unacceptable. Wake up. The government have right to demand that you bring that money into the bank. Tell us how you earn it. They've not started though. EFCC. Oh, what a society we come from, man. If Buhari, I cannot blame Buhari. I'm sure you people are pressing him down. They force him now. The man said no subsidy. Una beat him. The man is saying that let's not bring the money into the bank. Ask yourself, Nigerians, why he's saying so. Some of your baggers, some of your idiots are richer than Nigeria. The money is hidden somewhere. In those days, they tell me say for one man house, my village, now they stick, now they go collect the money because they tie the money for somewhere. Pounds, dollars. Because that kind of money cannot get to the bank. That's why you see them running away with some of the money abroad. They got arrested. Now, I know they will no more come abroad with the money. So the money will be in Nigeria. Because they know there's no safe haven abroad anymore. They've used example with them, Ibori and all that. So I'm sure they will not be stealing that money abroad now. Not that they don't do so. But the small one in Nigeria, where did you hide them? Buhari say, bring them. The government is saying, bring them, bring them. If you say good money, why don't you bring it out and put it in your account? Nobody said you cannot put the money in your account. What has the government done wrong? Nigerians, what has the government done wrong? If you know what these people have done to our destiny, you will be thanking Buhari now. If the money you've stacked somewhere, if it's legitimate, bring it out. El-Rufai. You know why? El-Rufai, you are my man. But sometimes you have dementia. The first time I have problem with you. You see, you are a very rational human being. This message goes to El-Rufai. I'm not a religious bigot, so I love El-Rufai. Why? Because El-Rufai is straight to the fact. He always say the truth. But he's stupid right now. You know what he said about Peter Obi? He said Peter Obi will not win the election. Not because Peter is not the right person. That's why I think he's confused. Because the people in his area don't know him. So El-Rufai, as good as you used to be, you cannot make a refined judgment of what is good for Nigeria. I thought you were better than that. The day I will see you, I used to be proud of you. I give example with El-Rufai, but maybe you have dementia right now. I look at your record at the FCT, what you did. Do you know when El-Rufai was the leader of FCT? You can see there were times where a girl was telling me that the mosquito, they spray something so that the whole place is disinfected from mosquito. He was a leader and he's still a leader, but he's mad right now. We need to correct him. Peter do not need to win this election to have changed our lives. He has taught everybody in Nigeria what is right. If you like, take the vote. He's not going to fight you. But the young people will deal with you though. Question is, where are we going as a country? I am openly supporting Peter Obi. Not because what Peter going to do for me, I don't know him. But he's speaking near to what I am talking about. I came to this country, I complained about security vote. The man came out and he talked about how he spent his security vote. Till today, when I don't ask Okowa how much be his security vote, where? How many of you in Nigeria Delta State have even dared to say, Okowa, how much is that your money? And pensioners are dying. So what are you doing with that money? Every day Okowa keep borrowing more money. You are looking at him. I'm the first person to say, Okowa is a criminal. He's a bad boy. And I mean it. Any day, anytime. Is it a lie? He has displayed it too. Don't forget, go on Robo Television. How long I've been attacking Okowa for the past 3 years? Go and look at my record with him. Is he now he has shown himself. I'm not dead, I'm still alive. Thank God. That Okowa, you prove yourself to the rest of the country, not only to me. I saw it, my people didn't even understand. And I want to end this tonight because I have 1 hour into this broadcast already. I want to talk about this broadcast in a particular way. If you guys allow me, I will zero on my community. But I don't think I'm allowed. I'm allowed. Let me bring out. He said, Desmond, I like this one. He said Nigerians are suffering. It is not affecting the super rich politicians. It is the poor. The politics against the poor. The politicians have a way of getting the money. Agreed. The question is, who's giving the politician the money? What do you expect the government of Buhari to do? If Buhari don't do this, who will do it? What if I was angry with the vice president when he said that the same people who stacked the money, who stole the money, are the same people saying they want to come back and change it and repair it. That is confused. It was the vice president. And I was saying to the fool, why don't you do something about it? Now they do something. I should attack them again. They're only saying this super rich. They don't know where to hide the money. Trust me, they don't. If it were before, That Baba they call Tunubu, he has started some money. You saw what happened during the primaries. Yes, they will steal, but now they are weaker because police, EFCC, Buhari, they watch them. They know they are afraid of Buhari. They don't like him. Baba is old. Baba is an old man. He cannot do things like before. But they're still scared of him. If Buhari had enough for Buhari, they would have buried us. Trust me what I said tonight. This Jugunus would have buried this country. I'm not saying Buhari government has done anything right. But I'm confused, Nigerians. We are aware that there's oil subsidy that is raping the country. If the government want to do it, you Nigerians say, let us die. Where does the government get money? The whole money that is coming from oil, which is the only source of revenue, you spend it to import oil for you people to drive your cars. I can understand that. Then you know that the bulk of money, if they bring 1 ton, they bring 20 tons. They collect money. Our money on 20 tons, they brought only 1. Is Buhari going to come and monitor that? Is the same you that is going to help them to collect the money? It's you that will give 2 naira and you will write 50 tons. He brought 1, no, you said 50 tons. What can the government do? The government of Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria gave money to community banks to release to the people. They don't want to release, they're giving it to the politician. What is the CBN governor going to do? What can he do? They've turned everybody into slave. You are not slave. The policemen are slaves. If they give a policeman who has not seen food, they give him 200,000 naira. Say, my friend, gone away from there. The man will run. He will jump. But in the United Kingdom, where an average policeman is well paid, God punish you to tell a British policeman what is what. He will do his job. So that's why I said the whole problem boils down to one thing. We need to take our slavery from our land. It starts with decent wages. Let me repeat that. It starts with decent wages. If the average Nigerian is well paid, they will think, well, this thing you are saying now that the politicians have a way of getting their money. How can a well-paid banker compromise his job and give the bulk of money that's supposed to go to somebody? It will not happen in the United Kingdom. The mechanism of rule of law cannot operate well in a society where there is slavery. People are now being impoverished to an extent that they can't think well. You can't blame these people. Can you blame the government too? Do you know that I started this show, quote me, there are some 3 Nigerians can pay the whole debt we are owing. 3 fools, they put the money somewhere. Do you know how many of them studying their children studying abroad? You are the one clapping for them as I'm talking now. You are, in fact, I don't know where Agege and Sheriff is now. I'm using these 2 as a case study. These 2 fools here. They are not older than me. So when I call them, I know what I'm calling them. You are a thief. And I'm saying it without looking back. Take me anywhere. If the ask question I ask Agege, this man, that's how picky that guy is. You go take the whole state too. Agege will sell us. If I am sorry, I've interviewed everybody in my life, and I'm here, and I will still be here. And I want to say this: I have family. If you like, look after me. Wait for that decrease. You are a coward. Question I ask you is this: all the money that you'll be making, all the contract you brought to your village, who is the contractor? Wait now. That's that little thing. Who is the contractor? In fact, even the 4 billion contract given to this man to secure our oil well, this guy won it. Tom Polo gave the small one for Delta State, for Robo region. Who was he giving it to? Who have it? Omagege. What has he done with that money? Now that one you want to win the election. People like us, in the next 3 days, you will see what I will do with you guys. I am angry. And I'm going to focus on these 2 guys first. In fact, I excuse this man tonight. Bag it, throw away your face. Make I face these 2. Agege, we don't tire. Nobody's going to say it. They've pressed me down not to talk. I hear. But with my conscience, can I sleep well? Even if Nafi kill me today, are you going to survive? Are you not going to die? Again, your passing day. Now days with the count, all of us are going. If you get gone, shoot me first. You will start finish, you go still die. Truth will set us free. Omagege, they are all criminals. I say it, and I mean he's a lawyer, he know what I'm saying. If it's not, I say I will challenge you from the civil service, you know, civil service, as a civil servant. I'm asking you, sir, how much you earn it that will justify if there's any justice in this world? You might not have broken, there's a difference. I want to say this. There's a difference between sin and a crime. You might be able to defend yourself that you have not committed a crime. But the sin you are committing in the sight of God is answerable to God. Let me end with that. Sheriff, you might not have done anything wrong. No law can hold you accountable for what you're doing. But there's something called a sin. A sin is accountable to God. Tell me, what is the wisdom in you using the small money we have to send your children abroad, to treat yourself, build mansion for yourself? Now, you shed right during Christmas. Go punish, man. I saw what Agege do during the COVID-19. His boys were walking. They take camera and follow them. They stop with these old people. Do you know old people now? They give them 5,000 naira. They go, God go bless Agege. I said, God go punish Agege, not because God go bless her. For humiliating us with our own money. Where? With our own money. Where did you make the money, Agege? The money we're sharing, was it your money? Can you imagine, my people? If the money, when I make me verse, yeah, Agege see try self. At least he go round. Sheriff, they busy, they sign with Okowa. They go celebrate somewhere. I don't even know where Sheriff money is. I don't know where his money is. Do you guys know where Sheriff money is? What a disaster. What a generation I come from. How can I celebrate you, sir? How can you claim to be my brother? What kind of brother are you? I know it's annoying what I'm doing. But who are you? Not to come out and say this tonight, I will be doing injustice to my people. I have been sitting down here on Robo Television and now I'm on SRTV. These are my two platforms. Blacklist them. You know the good thing? I feed SRTV from here. I feed Robo Television from England. I've never gotten one. In fact, they wait for me in Nigeria. The same Robo people, they fight me for the same Robo Television I did for them. That's why I said, listen, guys, I can step away. But will I allow these people like Omagege, who not ready to give anything back, to stop me? No. I will do the one I can. That's why I'm still broadcasting to Robo Television tonight. Just to let you guys know, I did start with Robo Television. For those of you who are very stupid, this is my real platform, SRTV. I did this for you people because it's my own people. And this is the only thing I know. I have to give back to my community. That's why I created Robo Television. It was not for money. How much am I going to make that I could not make with SRTV that Robo that is going to give it to me? But you guys know nothing. The only thing I know is we are going to die. There's a difference between a sin and a crime. What is going on in Nigeria is there is modern slavery. It might not, I may not be able to prove it as a crime, but it's a sin before God. For those of you, and what I'm saying now, it looks as if we are tomorrow, like what I said, I'll come to the pastors tomorrow. But I'm going to end the show by talking about what these guys can do individually. You asking me now, oh, what could they have done? I'm going to come to that now before I end this show. But before I do that, I prepare you for tomorrow's show. I know those of you are very strong. Be ready. Throw your arms. Look at the churches in Nigeria. Those people that say that I'm their brother, that I should come to the same church with them tomorrow. Let me talk about, other than the insult that God of Israel, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, is not God of my father. Other than that, which annoy me already, because I wasn't born inferior. God created me equal to every other man. So any religion that tells me that I was born inferior, I won't go there. It's a matter of personal principle. Until any reverend father that preached that, I walk away that day. If I enter any church and they say, you the Gentiles. Who were the Gentiles? Who called some people Gentiles? Where? Where did God call you a Gentile? Who said you? It's Israeli people calling you a Gentile. It's not God. You are a fool. And that's why sometimes I wonder why I will go to that church. That's why I stopped going to church on a personal principle. Only that verse of the Bible. Because even it's in the Bible that say the slave should be submissive to their master. That is, you know what I hate? People talk about racism over my years in Europe. I don't believe in racism. Situation like that, it's not racism. You don't have to like the color of my skin, but the food that belongs to me. My anger in life is the unacceptable gap between the rich and the poor. I was in a lecture on Thursday, and there was this beautiful presentation when they talk about economic inequality, how people fought for it. And I was so impressed. Because life is about economy. Management. You see, the thing politics, another word for it is management. What do they manage? Our money. So when they say, the man, now Robo man, the one Igbo man, that's not stupidity. The truth is, how is the man managing our wealth? It doesn't matter whether a Christian or a Muslim. How do you manage our money? Let's talk about the money. Forget every other grammar. Whether you be Robo man, I don't care. Can you manage the money that belongs to everybody for the good of everybody? That is where my interest comes in. I distaste, I use the word again, and I'm going to say it again. I hate peace. I love justice. I repeat that. I hate peace. I adore justice. And I'm going to run away from this show quickly because people want me dead. If they have gone, they will shoot me already. But I'm going to end by this. I'm going to talk about, when I've been talking now, we'll be looking at the politician. I focus on Omar again and this other one. And you guys think they are the only criminals here. I probably will not even blame those who are fighting for political appointment because it's the only way to get money. In those days, it was entrepreneurship that makes you rich. Today, it's politics, political appointment that makes people rich in Nigeria. Amen. I cannot change that. But what I cannot really understand is not that I cannot prove the crime of Omar Agege because he hasn't committed any crime for being so rich, stealing all the money, not using it for us. Are the pastors, you the men of God, are you people able to identify what the word called sin? What is a sin for you? Is modern slavery not a sin? That you carry our money that everybody is supposed to eat and you keep it to yourself alone. Have you not committed a sin? What is a sin in the sight of God? What is the summary of God's sin? They say, love your neighbor as yourself. How can you love your neighbor if you let him starve? If his children cannot go to school, and you said it's your brother, what kind of brother is that? These people want to explain to me. Then that's why I'm bringing it now to those of you that call yourself men of God. Where is your mouth? Where is your conscience? You speak good grammar, you come, you take people's wife, collect their money. In fact, I saw a very beautiful slogan on Facebook that the only two things that can make a Nigerian woman to drop money, the only two people that eat Nigerian women money, either babalawo or pastors. If my wife go church, come back at an undecent hour, you know go come enter my house. Because I'm afraid of you now, pastors. I'm afraid of you guys. You cannot come out and say the truth. You cannot tell these people, Omar Agege, in fact, Sheriff, forget them. Those people, they are good. You know the only place where your brother campaign, that man they call You know what they talk. Baggy. Now only churches, now only one church to the other. It be like say they take that is swear for them. You say be Catholic, I don't understand. I'm sorry. God bless you. God bless you. Oduku wisdom. I'm not campaigning for any party. I am just saying what we need. Please, my people. The pastor who collects money on every Sunday, good money every Sunday. Look at Redeem. Redeem could have used the rather than staying there at Diboye, preaching and continue to preach. It can change lives. You know what I see happening in Nigerian churches? Imagine if Redeem becomes a bank, a cooperative bank, or become a bank that gives loan to her members. Would that be so bad? If the Baba Oyedikpo that owns Winners, do you know how much those people have? He's the richest pastor in the world. Is he Adiboye between these two Yoruba baggers? The question I ask is, would it be so bad if this guy creates a bank and begin to give loan to the poor people in their churches to go and do what they want to do and bring the money back and change lives? They'll be making more money. Instead, they wait there to collect money every Sunday. And you say that the Christians will keep quiet. You see, my problem, my anger tonight is the poverty in my land. It makes no sense that you have these same people who will come on church on Sunday, they clap, the small money they will use to eat, they will give it to you, sir. They go home poor to their husband. And you are happy. You pray for them. Pray. I don't know why. I'm happy some of the pastors are changing the language now. There's one that came out, and God will bless that one. He said, there are only two ways. The only two ways to become rich in life. That fasting and prayer. Casting is not one of them. Are you people preaching that enough in your churches? Or they're going to expect miracle. Miracle will happen. Something that they've never worked for will come. That person is a thief. If it's not God, God said you will work. You should teach the land. It's not God that is going to give you the money that you didn't work for. That's stealing. You are like the Mama Gege, like Sheriff. They may not be able to commit a sin. They've not committed a crime, but it's a sin in the eyes of God. Sheriff, you know, say the money you get now blood money. Because for the money you have, Mama Gege, it's the sweat of people. People have died. The money the money Okowa is spending today is blood money. Because our pensioners are dead, waiting for that money. Okowa has received it as security votes. Doing nothing, sleeping with his wife. Where people are dying. It might not be a crime. It's a sin. Okowa, that Anglican church you they go. Now hell you they go. I curse you. I'm not afraid. You're a shame. And I'm going to say this again and again tonight. Pastors, my brothers and sisters, we're going to do more on this tomorrow. There are only two ways you can be rich. Fasting and prayer. Tomorrow church not go down. Go and look at the rich people on earth. I like that pastor. He said, go and look at Dangote. He's the richest man in Nigeria. It's not Islam that gave him money. It's not God. Dangote has contributed to the world by creating wealth. Let me use the word. He has created wealth. You can see his products everywhere. Dangote cement, Dangote rice, Dangote this. That's why he made money. He didn't make money from creating, from casting or being a Muslim or praying 5 times a day. No. Let's follow another one. Let's listen to another guy. Microsoft, Bill Gates. one of the richest men on earth. He has transformed the way we live with the introduction of Microsoft. My people, he has changed life. You see, when it comes to God's judgment, these are people that have contributed to God's creation. You see, let me justify them. And maybe you should think now tonight. If some people came to this world, and God, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And I always give this instance, and I want you guys to listen to me very carefully. When God created this world, he created, let there be light, and there was light. Where was the light? The light is the moon and the sky, and the moon, the sun, the stars. That is what God created. And God inspired us to be like him. He created us like him so we can continue to create. Somebody spend his time not sleeping with all the women in the world. He created electricity. Today, you and I were enjoying electricity. He has done what God asked him to come and do. The reason why we are created is God created us to create. Somebody, I say it again. Why did God create us? God created us to create. If you are in this world not creating, you are a sinner already. Because the reason God created, sometimes you ask yourself, why am I here? God created you to create. What have you created? How can you blame those who have created? For you to, and if you are creating, you will be rich. Let me repeat that. If you are creating, somebody created this light. His blessing is not only on earth, it's in heaven. Because he has contributed to God's creation. When you come down from the Heathrow airport, when your plane is coming down, in the night, you will see God's creation. You will see the light, the whole God. You see the beauty of a world. It wasn't God that created that, but God inspired us to create. And another thing which God wanted is for us to create a community of people, of a nation. And that nation is called what we call church. But if you see the nation of England, it's God's creation. America, I love them. He said America belongs to God. These are good. Nobody owns America. Nobody owns Britain. Have you seen the owner of United Kingdom? Nobody owns it. Because everybody that owns it, they are dead. You see, who is still here? Only God. We will die. We will leave this world. Somebody owns this world. That person is God. The world is not your own. It's not my own. It belongs to God. Because whatever we do, we contribute here, we will leave it. The owner will take it from us. Whatever house I build today, any wife I have now, when I die, somebody still have it. It's God that owns everything. It's not your own. So God created us to create. If you want to be rich, going to church on Sunday is a good thing. But you're not going to be rich. Going to the man that will sleep with your wife and giving all the money you have. God bless you, my brother Pius. God bless you. God bless you. You see, my people, I sneak in tonight. I told all my team that I'm going to do a show, and they should give me time to talk to Nigerians, and perhaps do what I wanted to do yesterday by looking at the credentials of this man who want to be your governor. Any of them, quote me, any of them that his children is not studying in Nigeria is not qualified to be your governor. Let me repeat that. Any of them that doesn't live in the same village where they want to be governor is not qualified to be a governor of Delta State. How can you go and build your house in Lagos and you want to be the governor of Delta State? Which love do you have for the land? To come and take our money like Ibori now. Ibori house is in Lagos. He stays in Lagos. His house is in Ogara. The only reason he built the house in Ogara, he was a governor. And when they want to gather, they will gather there. If not, the next thing, the man is on his flight. He's on his way to Lagos. So Lagos is better than Ogara. Define that, Ibori. Explain that to us. Is it not the same air we breathe? What makes Lagos better than it? Those of you running for office, all of you, what makes that place better than your village? And yet you are coming to the same place now to come and collect the money. They vote for you and you go back to where you're coming from. I'm counting things that we must look out for, my people. I dare. And I'm saying it. Anybody that our hospital is not good for is not qualified to be your governor. Because when he becomes governor, our money is what he's going to use to treat himself abroad. Let us look well. In fact, yesterday when I came on the show, my people won't let me. So I sneak in tonight. I said, let's look at these people, their manifestos. Because the Bible said that God used the words of mouth to create the world. So you have to conceive it and you speak it, because you cannot speak out what you don't have inside. So if you conceive your manifestos and you speak it out, then we can listen to you. So that's why I say, let's look at their manifestos. Number two, let us look at what they have done. Like I came out tonight and I told you without fear or favor that Sheriff and Omagege, they are two demons. And I'm not saying this. I know many people don't like what I'm saying. To hell with you. Where is Omagege with all the money he has been making? And I'm happy to have him back to say he wants to run for governor. With the slavery, he has caused so many people. Look how many policemen follow him. I don't belong to that society. I live in the United Kingdom. He knows. We're not treated as slaves here. Why will I be keeping quiet when they see you treating you as slaves? You are slaves in the hands of this man. I say it again. Until this culture where the politicians are the rich people, where the political appointees are the rich people in Nigeria, until that change in Delta State, there will be no productivity. We need to turn the hand clock again down to those days when people that are rich are those that go and cultivate the land. Like then Bill Gates cultivated land is not very rich. And you know what is good about this? Their riches will not last too long. If Ibori had not remained in power with Odua and this man, if money for not finish, you will see the man and they work out from one corner. That's why they fight to remain relevant in the system. Because they are not productive. And in the eyes of God, they are a waste of space. Let me repeat that. These guys that are stealing all this money, they might look as if they've done something well. They might think they have made a lot of money. But you know what's so funny? The money will soon go away. Have you seen a politician that is very rich, that is still relevant today? Obasanjo is surviving because he has his own big farm. And when he was arrested, his money went down to zero. There's no amount of money you will steal and keep somewhere that will be there for 5, 10, 15 years. It will go away. The people that are rich, my people, they are not politicians. In Ogara today, where I come from, the houses they build with appointment money, they can't even stay there anymore. They cannot maintain it. Because Okowa is not on their side. If you see their eyes, they red. They're ready to kill Okowa. Okowa, you do well for that one. Now me and you want to go fight Okowa. What do you and Okowa want to do? What do Okowa they do together concern me? Do I look like a fool? I'm attacking Okowa on my own, but I'm happy Okowa is dealing with you. I said the Okowa dealing with the body is a good thing. What was my business? Because you two, or because he's a bad man today, because he's not playing your game. When you were playing your games, we are not aware. Do I look like the fool? I am not part of it. I like the Jubilee agenda, to be honest. So I want to say this, my people. I want to say this. Now, I don't know whether I'm allowed. Let me keep quiet. You see, let those who have ears, let them hear. Let those who have ears, let them hear. Politics, money, it is for some time. Agege, all these ones you are stealing. Let Okowa leave that office for some time. You see Oduana? Oduana, they waka like person when he cheat for body. Have you seen Odwan? You know it's not relevant. All the money he has stolen, look at where he is. Give Odwan another 8 years, you will see him. Let PDP leave office. He's not fighting to go to Senate. Let PDP leave office. You will not know Odwan again. Of all the money he has stolen. Because he's not a creator. Odwan, if you want to maintain rich, you must be creating. God created you to create. The rich people on earth are not those that stole money from government. They are those that created wealth. And when I say it, I'm saying it to your favor. I might have said it in a harsh way, but I'm advising you. Go and imitate the great men of God. God created the sun. He created the moon. He created the world. It was the handwork. It's still the handwork of God that of men that turned the world to what it is. In fact, the Bible tells us that it was Adam that named all the animals. Because God poured the power on us to do the creation. The power given to you is to steal money and make it your own when you are supposed to contribute to world creation. Oh my God, where's your product? What have you produced? Talk to me. In your life, oh my God, what have you produced in your life? Tell me what Omagege has produced. What product Omagege got in his life that is going to present to God? Sheriff, what product have you gotten in your life that you're going to present to God? I think you're not just produce bread. God bless you. You might be having an estate because it's good to build this world. God said to rebuild the world. Not hotel where you jack people's daughters. Now that one night bag do. From there, naked some of them. They can stop the show now. They cannot talk past what they are not supposed to talk. God will bless all of us. You see, my people, I'm going to end the show at exactly, that 3 minutes. I come in peace. And I want to read what I have on this before I end the show. The Jubilee Manifestos of ABGA is an excellent and intelligent manifestos. I agree. What are manifestos without manifestos implemented, Delta State will be transformed. Amen. You see, I like that. Because, you see, sometimes people don't understand that Nigeria is the work of God. You cannot do anything in this world thinking you are the one doing it. You're actually doing it for God. God is a very selfish being. God make fun of us. All the things we are doing, we're doing this. God knows. Your time, we will soon die now. How many years you have? 90 years is nothing in the sight of God. Do you know my parents were there? They live in this world with God. They are gone. My forefathers live in this world. They are gone. You understand? They are all gone. They've turned to dust. God is still there. We will go. God will still remain. Anything we do on earth is for God. There's only one thing God said to us. He created us in his image and likeness. Our primary job on earth is to recreate. God created us to create. The question I asked these 6 politicians, hey, if you're not here, your spirit can hear me. What have you created in your life? That you come out and say, I'm an honorable man, because you're an honorable man. Yeah, so what does that mean? What does that mean to me? In the presence, I'm not talking to you. God will ask you. And some of you are actually well placed in a position to create more than others. And what did you do with your opportunity to create? You were busy stealing money. I have no much I'm going to say. May God help us. May God help Nigeria. May God help Delta State. I'm going to close this by saying one big thing to our kings. I'm an honorable man, and I feel sorry for the kings in Nigeria. One of my proposals, I know you guys have not heard this before. Those of you that don't know me, I am the man behind the Next President TV reality show. It's a show I organized to groom future leaders in the country. And, okay, I agree with you. Let me bring this one out. Obriki, I like you. It's like, yeah, son. Obriki, I like you. Obriki Sunday. Let me say this. That, let me leave that part of it. Because I'm scared. I may be broad, I may be saying this. Some of them, I need to keep quiet. Oh, Nigeria. Whatever I have to say, whatever I will say to end this show, is God is looking at us. God is expecting us to do something. And if we don't do something, it's equal to us disobeying God. The biggest mistake you can make is to say this word is not God's own. The word is not my own, it's not your own, but it belongs to God. If you destroy this word in any way, God will ask you. You might not have committed any sin. Sometimes when I'm on my own and I throw things away and I make the word dirty, I'm just making God's word dirty. Nobody have to see me. I'll go there and pick it and put it in the right place. Because God wants an orderly environment. Do something for me tonight. That the Christ said, contrary to what the pastor is telling you, that it's not God doesn't care about this word. This word belongs to God. We are here temporarily, we will leave. Who will still be here? Only one person will remain. That person is God. All of us talking today, all of you watching me now, a time will come, we will go away. We will be dead and will be forgotten. But one thing remains, God. That's why God will bless you for procreating. I don't, let me use that word. It's a big word. I've been using the word create. But you know what the Bible said? It said go into the world and multiply. You know why? It's actually a good thing when you sleep with a woman because God loves it. God needs it so that the world will create, so that we can reproduce. Because that is the way God work on earth can continue. And that's why the Bible says if you don't pass that love to your children, you are worse than an infidel. You need to pass knowledge to the children so that they can continue to create. The only beneficiary of all this is who? God. He owns this world. We're going to leave this world, and everything we live belongs to God. You guys may be angry with me tonight. What is that the priest doing? Why he there? I have a message for you guys. We're all going to leave this world very soon. Deacon, Edijala, Cherif, Ovie, Kenneth, Honorable Great. I adore you, Great. For some reason. I want to say this. We are all in this world to create for God. You don't need to be governor alone to create. You're being in a position to run for governor. It's a unique position. History will remember you as one of those that ran for governor of Delta State in this time. It will never happen again in this world. The people that run for governor are the people that run in this time. Other people may run in another time. It is recorded. God has documented. History is so beautiful. Be privileged. You know what I want to beg you guys? Please start to create. Like I said, one of the best ways to create is to give birth to children. The Bible even said that women are saved by virtue of childbearing. Hey, you understand? They're saved because they've reproduced, they've added to. And who is gaining it? My parents are no more here, they are gone. I am here working for who? For God. Not for myself. I'm going to go. The children I create in this world will work for who? God. Everything you do, if it's not for God, then you are a curse to a generation, to God. And that is what you should be worried about. My message to you guys is, are you working for God? You that is watching me tonight, are you working for God? Not the Catholic God, not the Christian God, not the one you go to mosque. God is with you. You can feel him. You know what God did? God created us in his image to recreate and make this world beautiful. You see, when you come to the United Kingdom, the world is beautiful. It's beautiful world. It is a good thing to create good things. Otherwise, you're going to tell me it's a wrong thing to have electricity. That me and you that can communicate tonight, that you are here, you are there, that is a wrong thing. It's a good thing. This is what have contributed to God's creation. Who created mobile phone? Contributed to what creation? Not what? To God's creation. Because God is a creator. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And he created man so we can create. He said, go into the world and multiply. By virtue of making more children, we are adding to what God has created. By creating electricity, we created. not by stealing, not by converting the whole money that's meant for everybody to be your own. You might not have committed a crime. You are a sinner. I'm going to end the show there tonight. My name is Daddy Chris. I know you guys, I must have offended so many. I love what Opa used to sing. I'm afraid to play that music this time because it's been Facebook. The owners have taken the right, so YouTube keep attacking me on that, so I stopped playing them. But Opa said something very unique. One musician from my place is Opa. It's late now. Of memory. He said, whatever his mouth say, may God bless it. If he said it wrong, may God forgive him. If he said it right, my people use it. Tonight, I come here inspired to speak to you. And like I said, some people are speaking because they have something to say. That's not the wise one. The fools speak because they have to say something. You see, something to say something. It's two different things. But in any way, we are all speaking. May God bless you and continue to bless you. Let's close tonight. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to do one thing and one thing well. I didn't call anybody tonight. You know why? I begged them. Tomorrow, we're all going to contribute to the show. Once again, don't be angry. Tomorrow, we're going to do something. We're going to examine the role of religion in present-day life and how it will affect the next election. I'm bringing these guys back. I'm using them as a case study to address the problem of Nigeria. I'm saying, I'm not addressing it from just the physical. I came tonight to tell you that the way God wants this world to be, not a Christian point of view, not a Muslim point of view, God. Good night.
SR TV.